in product or quotient. Okay, that we know now. The two measured quantities are, as you know, there are two measured quantities, A plus or minus A and B plus or minus delta B. Now the maximum relative error is, as according to the rule, it is delta Z upon Z is equal to delta A plus A upon A plus delta B upon B. Okay, so the rule, as you know, when two quantities are multiplied or divided, the relative error in the result is the sum of the relative error in the multipliers. Okay, so relative error you must find whenever a quantity is given to you. Say for example, if A plus or minus delta A is given, then you must find first of all the relative error, and relative error is nothing but delta A upon A. Okay, that will be the relative error in the quantity that is measured A. Okay, now using this we can calculate this sum. Okay, the quantity is resistance. Resistance is given by, as you know, R is equal to V upon I. That formula is given to you. Voltage is measured as 100 plus or minus 5 volt. Current is 10 plus or minus 0.2 volt. Now first of all, the relative error in R can be written as delta R upon R is equal to delta V upon V plus delta I upon I. Okay. Now see, delta V upon V આપણે ગણવું છે, we want to calculate, so it becomes 5 upon 100 plus the other one is 0.2 upon 10. So this becomes 0.05. This becomes 0.05 plus the other one will be 0.02. So if you add these two, then you will get 0.07. So this is the relative error in resistance. Now you want to find the percentage error. So you just have to multiply this relative error by 100. Okay, so percentage error will be 7%. Okay, in resistance. Okay. Now we talk about this another example number 2.10. Okay. Now see, two resistances are given and their values are measured as 100 plus or minus 3 and 200 plus or minus 4 ohm. Now they are connected in series and in parallel. Find the equivalent resistance of the series and parallel combination. We have this formula which are given to us. Okay, they will be given whenever they are required. Okay, here also this is delta R prime square. Okay, delta R prime square upon R prime square is equal to delta R1 upon R1 square plus delta R2 upon R2 square. These are the things which are given to us. Now see, for series combination, as you know, addition will be there, so just you have to add these two values. Okay, their errors are also added. Okay, so we will have 100 plus 200, so it becomes 300, and 3 plus 4, you have to add these two, so it becomes 7. Okay, so 300 plus or minus 7. Okay, now in parallel, as you know, the formula is 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Okay, this formula you are knowing very well. Okay, 1 upon R is equal to, here it is taken as R prime, is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. So this R prime, if you simplify, then it becomes R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. Okay, so if you find the value of this R prime by using this, okay, then it becomes 100 into 200 upon 100 plus 200 will become 300. So this becomes 66 0.666, so it is 66.7 approximately ohm. This is the value of R prime. Okay, now see, the formula is given. Okay, we have this formula. Which formula is given? Delta R prime upon R prime square. R prime is nothing but the resultant value, okay, is equal to delta R1 upon R1 square plus delta R2 upon R2 square. So these are the things which are given to us. So if you make delta R prime as subject of the formula, then what will happen? It becomes delta R1 upon R1 square multiplied by R prime square. So this will be multiplied with first term and second term. So it becomes delta R2 upon R2 square multiplied by R prime square. Okay, and if you write the values, okay, then you will get the final answer. Say delta R1 is given, it is 3 upon R1 square. R1 is nothing but the value which is given 100, square of it multiply by 66.7 the whole square plus delta R2. Now delta R2 is given, it is 4. So 4 upon, it becomes 200 square multiplied by R prime square, and that is 66.7 the whole square. Okay, now if you simplify this, then you will get 1.8. Delta R prime you will get, that is 1.8. So we can write R prime as nothing but final value R prime can be written as 66.7 plus or minus 1.8 ohm. Okay. Now relative error in physical quantity raised to power k is k times the relative error. This theory we have discussed. Okay, if you have this kind of equation, z is equal to a raised to p, b raised to q, c raised to r, then delta z upon z can be p times delta a upon a, q times delta b upon b, plus only if it is in denominator, then also we have to make the addition only, it becomes r into delta c upon c. Okay, so k times the relative error it becomes. Okay, now there is one numerical given here. Okay, you can easily calculate this. See, the equation is given. Okay, z is equal to a raised to 4, b raised to 1 by 3 upon c into d raised to 3 by 2. So the relative error in z, that is delta z upon z, that can be written as, okay, how can you write delta z upon z will be equal to a raised to 4 it is, so it becomes 4 times delta a upon a plus it becomes b raised to 1 by 3, so 1 by 3 times delta b upon b plus you can see c raised to 1, so 1 we don't write, we just write delta c upon c plus d raised to 3 by 2 it is, so it becomes 3 by 2 times delta d upon d. Okay, so this way the resultant value can be obtained. Okay, now there is one more example. Periodic time is given by this formula T is equal to 2 pi under root L upon G, where L is length and the value of this length is given by length is 20 centimeter known to 1 millimeter accuracy. Okay, so accuracy is up to 1 millimeter, and if you convert that millimeter into centimeter, then the accuracy is of the order of 0.1 centimeter. So the length which is measured is 20, try to understand, 20 plus or minus 0.1 centimeter. Okay, similarly the time, okay, pendulum, the oscillations are how many? 100 oscillations are measured. Okay, and the time for 100 oscillation is 90 seconds. Okay, now try to understand 90 second and the resolution is of 1 second. So there are 60 divisions on a dial. Okay, so resolution is up to 1 second. So your measurement of time for this 100 oscillation will be that 90 plus or minus 1 second. Okay, now what is the accuracy in determination of G? Okay, first of all we have to make G as a subject of formula. So we will make G as a subject of formula. So first of all, squaring the equation which is given to us, so it becomes T square. T square is equal to 4 pi square into L upon G. So G is a subject of formula. So G is equal to 4 pi square L upon T square. Now see, this is a constant value, so it does not have any error. So when we talk about this, the relative error, okay, then relative error are there in this measurement only. So there is no relative error in this. Okay, it's a fixed value. So we can write delta G upon G is equal to, okay, first quantity is delta L upon L plus denominator what is there? T square. Okay, so it becomes 2 times delta T upon T. Now delta L upon L, you can write the measurement in L or length is nothing but 20 plus or minus 0.1, and for time it is, for the time measurement it is 90 plus or minus 1. Okay, this is for length and the other one is for time. This is in centimeter, the other one is in second. So delta G upon G can be written as 0.1 upon 20, okay, plus 2 times 1 upon 90, and if you simplify this, okay, then you will get 0.027 or round about 0.03 if you just round it off. Okay, so percentage error in G, you want to find percentage error, then you have to multiply this final answer by 100. So percentage error in G can be, percentage error in G, delta G upon G will be, just you multiply this 0.027 by 100, so you will get 2.7%, or approximately the error is 3%. Okay.